Welcome to Grubbin' with Godfrey, and I'm Tracy Godfrey, and today we've got a really good show for you, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do something called Asian Cajun. So we're going to do a little bit of stir fry, and we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of Cajun shrimp, and we're going to mix it up for you. Our ingredients are just simple. We have some bamboo shoots, we have some baby carrots, we have some water chestnuts, some shrimp. And then what I did already is went ahead and mixed this up a little bit because there's a lot of chopping that's involved here. So we've got some bok choy, we've got some snow peas here, and some celery, some carrots, a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of cauliflower. So what we're going to do is get kind of busy right now and chop up this tofu. And this is kind of like a vegetarian. It's not a vegan because we got the shrimp, but it's almost, you know, without the shrimp, boom, it's vegan. So you'll be good to go. So first thing we're going to do is take this out and get right busy with this tofu. Now this tofu, when you go to your store, there's 3 or 4 different types, and get the extra firm, okay? Because you're going to saute this up at a really high heat, so you want it to keep its texture and its shape, okay? So we're going to cut this thing really, really, really thin, okay? Just like this. And we're going to make little tiny squares out of it. See, and you got to be kind of gentle with it too, because if you just start attacking it with your knife, it's going to start breaking up. And the whole point is for it to keep its texture intact. So we're just going to go ahead and put that over there. And then what I'll do is I'll just stack these up into 2s like that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and cut them real small. One more time. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just go ahead and take this, and we're going to go ahead and just place this right into a bowl so we can transport everything right over here to the stove. This is a really quick, it's an easy meal, and it's a really, really cool meal, because what we're going to do is take this, once it's all sauteed up, and we're going to go ahead and lay it into the butter leaf lettuce like that with a little bit of white rice as well. Okay, let's go ahead and move this stuff on over so we can get ready and get going. Gonna set it up on high. We're just going to go ahead and cook at a very, very, very high heat, and we're going to use peanut oil because it has a very high burn rate. Okay, this pan's probably hot enough. It's really smoking hot, so we're just going to go ahead and throw a little bit of this in there. First thing we're going to do is just go ahead and saute the tofu off, because you want it to take a little bit of color on. See how the tofu's starting to take on a little bit of color? Now it's time. We'll just go ahead and throw the shrimp in there. You don't want to stir it with a spoon or your tongs too much, because the more you stir it, the more it's going to break up the tofu. And at this point now, what you're going to do is go ahead and take your Cajun spice from Godfrey, and we're going to add right in there to it. If you don't know how the shrimp is supposed to look when it's cooking, Cook it until it starts turning orange, because you don't want to overcook it because it gets real rubbery and real gritty and stringy. Okay, as you can see, the shrimp is starting to go ahead and turn orange a little bit. So now it's just time to get busy. So what we're going to do is throw the water chestnuts in, the bamboo shoots, baby sweet corn. So we got that in. This is done. So now what we're going to do is just go ahead and throw the greens in there. Kind of toss it up, put the greens to the bottom, let them saute for a moment, and we'll be ready to go ahead and plate up. See how quick and easy this meal is? And I like to experiment. That's why I call it Asian Cajun, because there shouldn't be any rules. There shouldn't be any kind of restrictions when you're cooking. I love Asian food and I love Cajun food, so I'll put it together just like I do with Italian food. It's just really versatile that way. People look at you when you first do it and they think that you're nuts. But that's okay, I've been called worse. That's done. So we're just going to go ahead and bring this over there, sit it down. We're going to grab this. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and take this butter leaf lettuce. And we're just going to go ahead and put it right around the edges of this platter like this. So once again, everybody can just kind of like help theirself to it. And it really works out very well that way for the family. And it's a great meal too if it's just, just a couple of people, or if it's an older couple that don't really like to cook an awful lot but get tired of going out to dinner all the time. It's really quick and easy, and you can use it for lunch tomorrow. So there we go with the butter lettuce, and we just go ahead and lined it up just like that. Now let's go grab a big old spoon. And that's all we're going to do is go ahead and just plate it here. Woo, runaway shrimp. Look how beautiful this looks. It's a great presentation, it's quick, it's easy, it's light, it's healthy, and yeah, it's got a funny name to it, Asian Cajun. So what I'm going to show you what I do is I kind of plate it up, so bear with me a minute. And I'm going to do something just a little bit different, and I'm going to show you a couple little tricks. The salad mix I actually got it at the grocery store because it's cheaper to buy it in a bag than it is to go ahead and buy all the individual items and start chopping it up. Unless I'm going to go ahead and feed 10 or 15 people. So there's only a few of us here this evening, so we're just going to go ahead and eat. Where's the spoon? Oh, over here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead, fluff up the rice just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and put this rice down inside this little cookie cutter, even though that I'm making a little bit of a mess here. But that's kind of like what happens because rice does not cooperate always. And I take the bottom of a measuring cup, and I got my cookie cutter, rice, pat it down, and then I just lift it up and just take it away, and I make a nice little circle like that. And what I'll do is just go ahead and put a lettuce leaf there. We'll put another one right there. And another one right there. So what we do is just go ahead and add a little bit of this right inside that lettuce leaf like that. There you go. Got to get some greens in this one. Couple more shrimp maybe. Shrimp's always the killer. It is killer, killer, killer items here. And then what I do is just go ahead and I take my Godfrey Cajun seasoning and I'll just go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit over top of the rice and just a little bit around the plate. And we just decorate it that way and it's a done deal. And there you go. 15-minute meals, quick, easy, and healthy for you. I want to thank you for joining us at Grubbing with Godfrey. Remember this, you get Godfrey's rubs and seasonings on our website, and let me help you take your meals from good to great. But one more little item or two more little items that I want to go ahead and show you. We have some miso and some oyster sauce. So whatever one you prefer, I would suggest just go ahead and just put a little bit on like that, and then you can just go ahead and pick this thing up and eat it just like a taco. Thanks and have a good night.